So I tore my Achilles heel 2 weeks ago playing basketball, and I have been really struggling ever since. I had to undergo surgery last week, and over the last couple of days, I have learned a lot about how to optimize a lot of things to make you feel better while you are recovering. This video is not going to be in any specific, there's no order in the tips that I'm going to give, but it's essentially about a few items that I would recommend getting immediately after you break your Achilles heel, after you tear your Achilles heel, in order for you to make your life easier. So the first item that I ordered immediately after I went to the hospital was at the hospital. Usually when something like this happens, they give you crutches, and based on my experience, broke my foot about 10 years ago, and I had to carry crutches. I mean, I also broke an ankle a few years before that, 2 times actually. So I'm quite used to wearing crutches, using crutches to walk. And every time I had crutches, I remember having like my hands hurting like crazy, because you pretty much have the entire weight of your body on those crutches. So I immediately, as soon as pretty much I got to the hospital, I knew that I was going to get crutches. So I bought padding. So crutches are actually really hard, and there is this piece that I bought. So it's a kit, essentially a kit of like a few items. I'm going to show them on camera. Yeah, this padding is essential if you don't want to be physically hurting just on your hands from walking around with crutches. Despite that padding, I have like bruises on my hands from just walking and carrying all my weight. But still, like, the padding makes it way better for your hands. And also, if you have a little bit slippery hands, or if you just came out of the shower and you have some moisturizing cream or anything that is a little bit like oily, this will absorb it. And the good thing is that you are going to be able to wash it as well. So yeah, this is the first item that I would highly recommend. And since we are on the topic of crutches, I would also recommend getting an extra shoelace, or using an extra shoelace to put it around your crutch, like this, once on the handle and once on the lower part. This is very important, mainly if you have to walk up and down the stairs. So I live in an old building, and the height of each floor is quite high, and we don't have an elevator, and I live on the 3rd floor. So every time I go down the stairs, instead of using both my crutches, I prefer to have one crutch that I'm carrying in my back, like on my back, almost like some sort of like sling bag, and use one crutch on the right, and then the railing on the left side to go down. To go upstairs, it's totally different. I prefer to use both crutches, but to go down, I prefer to have that crutch like in my back and using my left hand for the railing. So yeah, crutches. I mean, usually you get crutches immediately in the hospital after you tear your Achilles heel. So after I spent a few hours in the hospital, just after it happened to me, I was supposed to get this boot right here. But because when it happened, they didn't have any anymore in the hospital. I was supposed to get it the next time I got to the hospital. I got to the hospital 2 days later, because when it happened was on a Thursday evening. So the next day I was just like, it was Friday, I was out. So I went back to the hospital on Monday to get to see, first of all, a doctor to see if I needed surgery or not, because they determined after they did like some x-rays and ecography that my Achilles heel was completely torn. So they still wanted to have a look at it on Monday. I went to the hospital, was supposed to get that boot on Monday. They didn't give it to me on Monday, told me that I would get it after surgery. I ended up getting surgery last week, and I was supposed to get it immediately after the surgery. So basically before leaving the hospital. Turns out they forgot to order it. So I did not get it until yesterday. Basically, I got surgery one day before the 1st of May. The 1st of May is a public holiday in Berlin. And so no one really works. So I didn't get it on the 1st of May, which was the day after the surgery. Then it was Saturday, and then it was Sunday. So I also did not get it those 2 days. And I ended up getting it yesterday only. So that boot is quite essential for when you break or like when you tear your Achilles heel. So yeah, it's very important to get that boot as soon as you can. And with that boot, also recommend getting some high-waisted socks that are wide. So do not get socks that are tight for your foot, because just wearing your foot, like wearing that boot without any kind of socks, is not ideal. It's better to wear something like this, so you can clean it. Cleaning this boot is a little bit more complicated than just cleaning a sock. So if you can find those socks on Amazon, I think most of the time they are universal sizes or almost universal sizes. But yeah, I would recommend getting a few pairs. I did not, unfortunately, because my sizes for some reason are sold out at the moment, which is a little bit annoying, but they will get back in stock soon. Where was I? So the padding for the crutches, the extra shoelace, the boot. I mean, obviously, I don't think that it's necessary for me to say that, but you have to get painkillers. Painkillers are extremely important. They're going to make it possible for you to try to feel the pain a little bit less than without. So yeah, get painkillers, get medication to protect your stomach, because those painkillers are quite bad on your digestion. So to keep everything inside your body good, you need to get protections for your stomach. Is actually stomach the translation for what I want to say? Estomac, Magen. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I got pantoprazole to protect it. For the painkillers, I got 2 different kinds. I got ibuprofen, and then I got another one that I don't have here with me currently. And I also have some injections that I am giving myself. Those injections are very important as well in order for the blood to keep circulating properly inside your body, because since I don't have an external bleeding, there might be an internal bleeding, and for the blood not to stay in one place, which is extremely bad for you. I think you can have like, I'm not a doctor, obviously, and also not a health expert, but I believe that if that blood remains in one specific spot, it can be very dangerous for your heart. I think you can risk a heart arrest or heart attack, but not quite sure about that. But still, I am giving myself an injection every 24 hours, every day at like 5 o'clock. Needless to say that the medication and the injections don't do too well with alcohol. I have I doubt that one glass of wine during like dinner or something is going to be bad for you. I did not stop drinking. I reduced the amount of alcohol that I would drink. So some days I don't drink at all, but sometimes in the evening I allow myself 2 glasses of red wine or a beer. And I actually asked the nurses if that was okay, and they told me it's fine. Like, you grown up, if you notice that it's too much, you are going to stop yourself. So yeah. Medication. Exactly. I bought an extra pillow. Pillows are very important because you always have to keep, if possible, mainly when you're laying down, you have to keep your height of your leg above or approximately at the level of the heart. I believe that's the rule, so that the heart pumps more blood into your leg. So I got this pillow. I'm going to try to show it as well as possible. It's basically a pillow like that. I don't know if you can see it properly, but yeah, it's a very high pillow. It's a very soft pillow. Apparently it's good for the veins. Your leg goes up to here, and I think your ankle is supposed to be around here. Since I got it, I have used it. I cannot use it entirely all the time because it actually, after a while, it hurts because it's so high. So I believe it's good, but maybe not for sleeping, not for the night. I use a bunch of regular pillows to keep my leg high, not extremely high when I go to sleep. But when I'm just like laying down on the couch, I use this one now. And once it hurts, like, I remove it. And go to the kitchen, walk around a little bit. I also got some cooling pads. This is very important as well. Especially the day after it happens. So the cast that I got before getting the boot was open on the back, pretty much open on the back. So there was obviously some sort of protection, but it was not like cast material. So I could put those cooling pads around my leg from the back. So cooling your leg is always a good idea. Make sure that you don't put it immediately against your skin because you might get burnt from the cold. So yeah, be careful with that. But get cooling pads. They are very important. If you have a bathtub, lucky you. I don't. I used to my previous flats. I used to at my parents' place when I was younger as well. So every time I broke my foot back then, it was easy for me to just like lay in the bath, protect my leg, keep it out of the bathtub. Currently, I only have a shower. And on top of that, my bathroom is extremely small. Not extremely small, but it's very small. So is my shower. So every time I enter the shower, it's like quite complicated. And I'm not supposed to remove my boot yet. So for that, there is a way to protect it, and it's like some sort of bag. It's a bag that you can buy on Amazon or like in your pharmacy or whatever. So get something like a bag to keep everything dry underneath. The first couple of days, I just use like a big trash bag that I safely closed with tons of duct tape. Yeah, not very sexy, to be honest, but yeah, who cares? At least you stay dry. That's very important. Mainly when you're wearing the when you have your cast, but also with this boot. Like I cannot imagine this boot getting wet. Because I'm supposed to be wearing it all the time. So yeah, mainly during the first 14 days after the operation, apparently it's very important to keep the boot on all the time, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, if it makes it possible for you to heal better, then yeah, it's a good idea. I am 37 now, and the way I broke it is not normal. So it suggests that I had an issue or like some sort of defect on my Achilles heel, and I am afraid that that defect was not only on one side but potentially also on the other side. Like maybe my Achilles heel is too short, or maybe it was damaged from a previous injury that I didn't really pay attention to. I cannot remember anything, but it just happened, and now I'm a little bit paranoid. So while I was waiting in the room for the surgeon to do his magic during the operation, I did a list of shoes that are good for the Achilles heel. That's something that I did on one side. And on the other side, I realized later on that this boot was higher than most of my shoes. So basically, if I was just to wear like a regular pair of Jordan 1s or even like some Air Max 90s, this boot is higher than those shoes. So I ended up from my list that I'm going to potentially try to include in the description or as a comment as well. From that list, I bought a pair of shoes that I knew from before because it's a pair of shoes that I've owned, like the previous editions for running. And also, it's a pair of shoes that I like specifically. It's the Asics Gel Nimbus 27. I used to work for Asics. And Asics has always been a brand that I really trust when it comes to footwear. So I bought like this pair of Asics Gel 27 because it's very good for the Achilles heel, and also because this specific pair of shoes has a very high heel, which makes it a little bit more balanced when it comes to walking with the crutches, with the height of those boots. Yeah, so let me show you. So those are the shoes that I purchased. As you can see, like the heel is massive, like extremely high, and I am very happy that they fit so well with my boot. So sorry, I had to cut the video here because this doggy decided to bark like a crazy one because my girlfriend just came home from the pharmacy to get me more medication. Yeah, 1 minute. So I mentioned the crutches. I mentioned the padding for the crutches. I mentioned the boot. I mentioned the socks for the boot. I mentioned, obviously, the medication. I would also recommend getting a little bit more loose clothes, mainly shorts, because putting pants or like shorts on with that thing or like a cast around your leg can get complicated. So I'm a fan of basketball shorts, so I own a bunch of them. So it's quite easy because basketball shorts usually tend to be a little bit baggier, and also because now it's summertime. We in the middle of May, at the beginning of May, so the weather is getting warm here in Berlin. So that's actually ideal, at least for the clothing, because you can just put on like some white shorts. That is very, very important, of course. There's another aspect that one should never neglect, and that is distraction while recovering. So I'm going to be unable to work for at least 3 to 6 weeks, according to my doctors. I mean, I'm a videographer, so I have to be on my legs all the time, walking around, running around with cameras, camera gear, driving through the different cities, interviewing people, doing some B-roll shots. So it's complicated for me. I don't think that I'm going to be working a lot over the next couple of days, weeks. But yeah, entertainment is very important. It depends on what you do, how much you are in pain. So for the first couple of days, until last night, actually, I was unable to focus on anything else but visual entertainment. So I got a HBO Max subscription because I'm a big fan of HBO shows. I watched a bunch of movies on Mubi. I watched Trailer Park Boys. I have watched Trailer Park Boys pretty much every night for the last 2 weeks, because it's a comfort show for me. It makes me laugh until the season 6 or 7, like until Netflix has taken over the production. But before that, I'm a big fan of that. So it's kind of like a comforting show to watch for me. Makes me laugh, and I'm just attached to the different characters in the show. But as soon as it gets a little bit better with the pain, you can start reading books, or at least looking at books. I don't know if you are into photo books, it's maybe a good time to have a look at your photo books, browse through them, maybe get inspired if you're into that kind of stuff. I have one book next to me, 2 books next to me, actually. One book that's a little bit depressing that I started reading, but I want to. I have a feeling that in my state of mind, if I continue to read it, it's going to bring me down more. And then I have Moby Dick next to me that I have not started yet, but I really want to read it, give it a try. So distraction. Listen to music, listen to podcasts, watch shows. Again, I just got the HBO Max subscription. There's a bunch of shows and movies that I want to watch on there. What else? If you have a support system, that's good. Me, when I went playing basketball and tore my Achilles heel, I spent the evening at the hospital. Minnie was here at home alone. My girlfriend was doing a yoga retreat in Gran Canaria. So I had to ask the neighbors that have the key to her apartment to take care of Minnie until I got back. So it's always a good idea to leave a set of spare keys with your neighbors. or like someone that lives in your neighborhood if you like them. We are very lucky here. I think I mentioned that in a different video that I love my neighbors. We talk a lot, and I consider them friends. So as soon as I heard that, but pretty much as soon as I called the ambulance to take me to the hospital, I called all my neighbors and briefed them on things to do, like how to feed the dog, how to water the dog, how often to take her for a walk. Just like some basic instructions. I'm very thankful for the support system that I have right here. I'm not lucky enough to have my parents around me, like physically, because they live like far away. So having like a second little family is essential. And things have gotten way better also for me since my girlfriend came back from her yoga retreat. So now she is pretty much taking care of everything, which is amazing as well. So very grateful for that. If you're in that situation, even though you're in pain, even though you're suffering, make sure not to leave a mess everywhere around you, and thank the people that are there for you. It's very, very important. Very, very, very important. Just tell them thank you. Yeah. And I have this one to keep me company most of the time when my girlfriend has to go to work or getting groceries and stuff. So yeah, try to have a support system, some entertainment. Also, that's something that's very practical, because when you walk around with crutches, you cannot really carry stuff. Is have some kind of bum bag, or like a sling bag where you can put stuff inside. Try to make sure that you can carry at least a few things from the kitchen to your living room or to the bedroom. That's very important as well. Like just a little sling, or like just a bag or something. Also, very good idea is having something like this. I'm not advertising for a Yeti cup, but having a cup like this with a lid that you can open and close is essential, because when I am carrying the crutches, I'm like this pretty much, but I still find a way to have like one finger that allows me to carry it like this. So I can make myself a coffee in the morning and go to the living room before my girlfriend gets out of bed, because I cannot really sleep at the moment because I'm in a lot of pain. So yeah, get yourself a cup with a closable lid. I also have someone gifted me, was a company gift actually, a Stanley cup, a huge one that's also practical, but this one I cannot carry it unless I use a backpack. But if you can find a way to have someone bring you like a Stanley cup from the kitchen to the living room with plenty of water and ice cubes, you should be good for a couple of hours. You can still be a little bit physically active, obviously. So me, for instance, I got those things. They pretty much make you keep you active. Like this is, for instance, for the forearms. I got a bunch of them with like different strength. I also have like elastic bands in case I want to stretch or like just do like elastic bands are amazing because you can do a lot with them, like some curls or like just a bunch of exercises. Also, that's good for your back because your back might get sore from like the lack of movement. When it comes to entertainment, I also got myself a little controller, a Bluetooth controller. I downloaded a ROM emulator, so you can play a bunch of games, or just like some nice, easy, digestible games. Have a bunch of fun playing them. And also, if you don't want to annoy the person that you're living with, whether it's your partner, your roommate, or your dog, I know that Minnie is quite sensitive to sounds and visuals as well, like light, a lot of light as well. Like she doesn't like it. Make sure that if you watch your shows, you use like headphones. Those are the headphones that I would typically wear during the day. For the night, I just wear some small ones that I can keep in my ears. Thanks for the little kick. That I can keep in my ears even when I fall asleep, because those things, like sometimes with the pillow, they get annoying. So having some small ones, I do have some small skull candy ones with cables. Yeah, they're quite helpful. And I also own a foldable table that I can put around me. I mean, I'm not going to do it now because it takes a lot of space, and also it's kind of like a little bit of a pain to set up. I'm exaggerating, but just it's not something that you just take and put it there. Like you have to fold it back up, like turn the screws and stuff. But it's very helpful mainly when you spend your day in bed, especially after surgery, and you don't really leave the bed, so you don't want to put crumbs everywhere. So for this kind of cases, this table is quite good. And I currently have the table actually next to my bed, because in the evening, when I go to bed, I know that during the night I'm going to wake up because of the pain. So in order for me to fall asleep with the pain, or at least to be entertained while I'm in pain, I keep this table next to me with my tablet and Netflix or Prime or now HBO Max turned on, and I watch some stuff until it gets better. If you just tore your Achilles heel, you're probably panicking. I mean, I still am. As soon as like I let my mind wander, it tends to go to a very dark place. Because it's just the beginning of summer. I bought like a new pair of shoes, played in them a couple of times, and when it happened, I actually had like a very good day on the basketball court. I was playing, I had a lot of energy, I was very positive, the weather was amazing. I was there with like a bunch of people that were really nice. So yeah, I really had like a lot of hopes for the summer when it comes to me playing basketball, and me improving, acquiring more skills, like playing more often as well. Because over the last couple of months, I mainly focused on work, pretty much only work. So with the beautiful days, like the return of the beautiful days, I was really excited about the idea of playing more, doing more sports outside, just spending more time outside playing. I had a bunch of plans for this summer as well that I am not going to be able to attend, like a wedding, one of my best friends, that really hurts. And yeah, I have a festival coming up. I hope that I will be able to go there. It's in a month and a half. But honestly, like, yeah, don't panic. Try to stay positive. Try to pay attention to like all the people that are there for you, all the people that send you messages or flowers. Like on my table right here today, I got beautiful flowers from my colleagues from work, with some sweets, some Lindt chocolate. Don't overdo chocolate or any sweets actually, but yeah, they were highly appreciated. I do hope that my tips are going to help you if you're in a situation, or like if you're watching this video for a friend or kid or parent or someone that you know that is in a lot of pain. Obviously, the Achilles heel is not something that's as common as like breaking a foot, but the more I talk about it, the more I hear people that have it. At the hospital, like people told me, like one doctor told me that she knew a lot of patients that tore their Achilles heel by walking up the stairs, which sounds ridiculous, but honestly like it happens, and there's not really anything you can do about it. It just, yeah, it happens. Don't panic. Try to stay positive. Focus on what makes you happy. Enjoy the people around you. Eat some good food. Don't eat junk food too much. Like allow yourself to a little bit of junk food, like comfort food, obviously, but like try to eat something that is going to make your body feel better. I heard that eating proteins is quite good. Not saying like bulk up or anything, but like just in general, I would imagine, based on what I've researched, that stuff like protein or collagen are quite good. Maybe check if magnesium and stuff like that is. I could imagine that taking a little bit of magnesium as well is not going to be negative for you. Yeah, try to stay positive. This video is not going to be any kind of groundbreaking content or anything. It's really just me giving the tips that potentially someone needs to hear in order to make their pain a little bit more tolerable, because the situation kind of sucks. It doesn't kind of suck, it sucks. So I hope this video can make someone's day a little bit easier. And yeah, we are in this together. We will be able to walk soon again, hopefully. All right.